Hey guys, let us begin with Inside Current Affairs for Prelims Insta 30. And we have completed till the Model Tenancy Act. Now let us begin with the Draft Coffee Promotion and Development Bill 2022. What is the context? This will replace the Coffee Act of 1942. We are enacting a new coffee bill. What is the nodal ministry? Of course, it is the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. And what is the aim? To modernize coffee board, promote export and support the domestic market. So this is to modernize and promote the export, because the old bill was enacted before the independence also. Now what are the provisions in the new bill? Mandate of coffee board expanded. It will now include support of production, research, extension and quality improvement apart from regular work of control, marketing and sales. So the coffee board's mandate expanded, like it will concentrate on from production to research to quality improvement. Now protection of interest of labor is also included. Then simplifying the procedure and registration process of curing unit. The process have been simplified. Then scheme. Central extended the RODTEP, that is refund of duties and taxes on exported product scheme to coffee sector to boost export. This particular scheme is for making them free of duties to promote export. And sector has extended the scheme to coffee also. So these are some of the infographic given about coffee. Like climate, it needs hot and humid climate, and it needs heavy rainfall of like 150 to 250 millimeter. Mostly it's grown in the Western Ghats, and Karnataka is the leading state. Other than that, Kerala, Tamil Nadu and Andhra are also the leading producers. India's position is 6th in the world. And these are the types of coffee: Robusta, Arabica, some of the varieties. And these are the coffee belt in the world. Now let's talk about the International Safety Card. What is the context? Department of Chemical and Petroleum under the Ministry of Chemical has signed an MOU with the ILO, International Labour Organization, and ICSCS, International Chemical Safety Code. What is this? ICSCS. Direction. So this can also be asked in, we have to study this in mains perspective also. ICSCS by WHO, ILO and EU will provide essential safety and health information about the safe use of chemicals in workplace. So this is about directing the healthy use of chemicals in workplace. About chemical disorders, this is to prevent any type of chemical disorders only. So we are going to talk about chemical disorders. As per NDMA, over 130 chemical disasters have taken place in the recent past. So 130 chemical incidents have taken place. Example, Visakhapatnam disaster involving benzimidazole and Neyveli boiler disaster are some of the recent examples. ILO suggestion: a list of hazardous chemical and flammable gases should be established, each having a specific quantity. So we have to list out the hazardous chemical and other flammable gases also. And Supreme Court in the MC Mehta case, it said it gave the doctrine of absolute liability, meaning the factory will be responsible for giving full compensation in case of disaster, whether it was their fault or not. So this make the factory to make all the preventive measure and safeguard. So this is the doctrine of absolute liability in the MC Mehta case. Then Environmental Relief Fund under Public Liability Insurance Act 1991 to provide relief to the victims. So this is about providing relief under Environmental Relief Fund. And under Environmental Protection Act, manufacture, storage and import of hazardous chemical rule 1989, hazardous waste management, handling and transboundary movement rule 2008 for regulating hazardous substances. Then the next topic is about the Family Code Amendment Bill 2022. What is the context? Statutory cover has been provided to Family Code in the Himachal Pradesh and Nagaland. So for these two states, statutory status have been given for their Family Code in Himachal and Nagaland. The bill has amended the Family Code Act 1984, which provided for the establishment of family code by the states to deal with dispute related to family and marriage. Why the amendment is needed? For the family code to come into force, the central government must notify it for different state. However, it has not done so far for the Himachal Pradesh and Nagaland, so that these states can also have the family code. As of now, there are 715 family codes in 26 states and union territory, including this 2 states. Now, what is this Family Code Act 1984? That was enacted for the establishment of family code in order to promote conciliation and secure speedy settlement of dispute relating to marriage and family affairs and related matters. The judges are appointed by the state government in concurrence with the High Court. So as per High Court guidelines, state will appoint its judges. The state government may provide for social welfare agencies or individuals working in the field of social welfare to be attached to the family code for help in mediation and conciliation. So there will also be a social worker or social welfare agency in every family court established. So this also helps in reducing the burden on High Court and our Supreme Court also. Now the next topic is government initiative and policies. Data point on India's digital initiative. So these are some of the data. Real-time digital payment in India, 40% of the world. So of the total world digital payment, 40% is from India as of 2021. One of the lowest cost of mobile data. So we have the lowest mobile data because of Jio. Yeah. Then 133 crore plus Aadhaar number and DBT payment. Over 23 lakh crore directly transferred. So more than 23 lakh crore have been DBT transfers. And then Common Service Center, we have 5.5 lakh. And these are certain schemes which are to be launched by the government, like myscheme.gov.in, bhashini.gov.in, Bhashadan, Meri Pechan.gov.in, indiastake.global, Genesis, then Chips to Startup Program, ebook. Now the next news is about PM formalization of micro food processing enterprise. What is the context? PMFME. PM formalization of micro food processing enterprise achieved 2 years of its implementation. So this particular scheme has completed 2 years. What are the key features? It is a centrally sponsored scheme, which means center and state they share the fund and fund the scheme. Under the Ministry of MOFPI, under Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. What is the aim? This is to empower unorganized micro enterprise through One District One program. This is to promote a product from every district and make every district famous for something or other. States to identify food products. Example, perishable agri-produce and cereal-based product. So it is basically like GI tag. Time. The scheme was from 2020-21 to 2024-25, and this will also converge with the NULM, National Urban Livelihood Mission, which will provide seed capital to the area level federation involved in food processing for giving grants to micro enterprise in the area. Now, what are the achievements? Implemented in 35 states, digital ODOP map developed. That is one district, one product map. So digitally it has been developed in each district. This particular product is going to be developed like that. Over 1 lakh SSG members are also involved in this. So it creates employment also. Now these are the salient features of the scheme. One district, one product, support for common infra, then seed capital, training research. So these are some of the key features. Just have a look at it once. Then the next news is about Gujarat, Karnataka and Meghalaya. Best states for startup ecosystem. DPIIT ranking. The ranking are based on the initiative taken to develop the startup ecosystem for promoting budding enterprise. This is basically to promote the new budding enterprise, and these 3 states have got the best states award. The ranking has classified the state under 2 categories, category A and category B, based on the size. While Karnataka and Gujarat falls in category A, Meghalaya is in the category B. States such as Kerala, Maharashtra, Odisha, Telangana are in the category A. So basically bigger states in category A. And J&K in the category B have bagged the title of top performers. Meanwhile, 8 states including Punjab, Tamil Nadu, Uttar Pradesh and 3 B category states have been named leaders. So they are in the second level or something. So we have to remember these 3 states for best startup state as per DPIIT ranking. Now PM Swanidhi scheme. What is the context? 12 to 13% of NPA is in loan given to street vendors under PM Street Vendors Atmanirbhar Nidhi, that is PM Swanidhi scheme, under the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs Ministry. So we introduced this PM Swanidhi scheme during the pandemic for street vendors, and it has developed into 12 to 13% of non-performing assets. Swanidhi Mahotsava. So what is the Swanidhi Mahotsava? A series of cultural events for street vendors and the public to be rolled out in 75 cities. So this is a kind of cultural event in 75 cities. This is for marking the 75th Independence Day. The scheme. At first, vendors can avail loans up to rupees 10,000 each. After repayment of the first loan, the vendors are eligible for a second loan of 20,000 and then third loan of 50,000. So it is like if they pay it properly, they will be given a higher amount of loan. This is going to benefit both the vendors and also the government. On timely or early repayment of the loan, interest subsidy of 7% per annum will be credited to the bank account of beneficiary through direct benefit transfer on a 6 monthly basis. So they will also have this interest subsidy of 7% if they paid it on time. The scheme incentivizes digital transaction by the street vendors through monthly cashback. Mobile app to administer the scheme. It will integrate the Buddhyami Mitra portal of Siddhi for credit management and the Paisa portal of Ministry of MOHUA to administer the interest subsidy automatically. So based on this Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs Paisa portal and Siddhi's Buddhyami Mitra portal, the scheme is also developed into a mobile app. Currently we are facing NPA issues in those loans. This is an infographic about it. Just have a look at it. Now the next news is about Mission Vatsalya. What is the context? Government released guidelines for Mission Vatsalya and asked states to not tamper with the name of the scheme in order to access central fund and benefit under it. So government released some guidelines for this particular scheme and not to worry much about the name of the scheme. Now what is the scheme about? This scheme is one of the new triads of scheme along with Mission Shakti and Poshan 2.2, which aims at securing a healthy and happy childhood for every child under Women and Child Development Ministry. So based on Ministry of Child Development and Women, it provides for securing a healthy and happy childhood. Vatsalya scheme. It focuses on child protection service and child welfare service also. It is essentially a renamed version of pre-existing scheme called child protection service. So we already have this child protection service. So this scheme is just like a new name for this scheme, new version. Now what is the objective? To secure a healthy and happy childhood for every child. This is for children, we already saw this. To foster a sensitive, supportive and synchronized system for the development of children, to assist the state or union territory in delivering the mandate of Juvenile Justice Act 2015. So this is to support the children in however way possible. Mission Vatsalya. Now the next scheme is PM inaugurates Akhil Bharatiya Shiksha Samagam on implementation of NEP, National Education Policy. PM inaugurates this new scheme. Akhil Bharatiya Shiksha Samagam. What is the context? PM inaugurated this particular scheme on implementation of NEP in Varanasi. Akhil Bharatiya Shiksha Samagam. Ministry of Education is organizing Shiksha Samagam from 7th to 9th July. So this was organized by the Ministry of Education in the July month. It will provide a platform for eminent academicians, policymakers and academic leaders to deliberate and share their experience and discuss the roadmap for effective implementation. So this is about utilizing the expert and best brain to implement NEP in the best way possible. The event is being organized as part of capacity building of more than 300 academic, administrative and institutional leaders from university, central, state, deemed and private and institutions of national importance, that is IIT, IIM, NIT, ISER from all over the country. So we are bringing the best academic leaders and administrators to get their ideas about implementing NEP effectively. Now what are the themes of Shiksha Samagram? The infographic is given here. Just have a look into it once, guys. So it talks about internationalization of higher education, Indian knowledge system, then digital empowerment, capacity building, skill development, etc. Then the next news is about National Industrial Corridor Development Program, NICDP. What is the context? Meeting of Apex Monitoring Authority of NICDP. NICDP aims to develop a new industrial city, smart city, and industrial corridor. Currently it is developing 11 such corridor under the vision of PM Gati Shakti. Under PM Gati Shakti, industrial corridors are being built. So NICDP, National Industrial Corridor Development Program, it aims to develop the new industrial corridors like Smart City Scheme and this PM Gati Shakti scheme. So this is a special purpose vehicle SPV under the Department of DPIIT of the Ministry of Commerce. Now PM Gati Shakti, National Master Plan for Multimodal Connectivity to various economic zones. It provides industrial connectivity, that is various economic zones are being connected. PM Gati Shakti National Master Plan was launched in 2021 for providing multimodal connectivity infrastructure to various economic zones. It has united infrastructure initiative planned and initiated by 16 central ministry and department, including railway, roadway, highway, petroleum, gas, power, telecom, shipping, aviation, etc. So this connect different departments also and different industrial like economic zones also. Now what are the other plans under PM Gati Shakti? Freight corridor, PM Mitra Park, logistic park, etc. Now what are the 6 pillars of PM Gati Shakti scheme? These are the 6 pillars like comprehensiveness, prioritization, optimization, synchronization, analytical and dynamic. These are the 6 pillars. Then look at this ones. That's all for today guys. Thank you.